I'm Sally.
And I'm Allyn.
And we are Sal and Elle,
the Wool Slayers.
Welcome.
Hey, y'all.
It is our post-Thanksgiving episode. It's been a while.
It has been a long while.
Yeah,
Sorry, guys.
We haven't podcasted since right before East Texas Fiber Fest. So
yeah.
We have a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yes, but good news, the next episode after this will come out really quickly.
Yes. And so we have this one plus one more before Christmas.
Yes.
And then who knows after that?
I know.
After that, no promises.
Right.
So yeah, I cannot wait to delve into our East Texas Fiber Fest experiences. I had a blast.
I had so much fun. I spent both days, we didn't get there till like noon.
Yeah.
And so I had like 5 hours each day, and I feel like I talked to everybody the entire time. It was so much fun.
It's awesome.
I really got to, I think the big difference for me between this and DFW Fiber Fest is I really got to talk to the vendors. Like, I spent a lot of time chit-chatting with people in their booths.
Because it's a smaller venue, and it's just less people. Like, you're not jostling for position.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. And the vendors are less busy.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, they were busy.
It was busy.
They sold yarn.
Yes.
But it's just not the flood of people coming in their booth all the time.
Right. Yeah.
So
and there's a little more like elbow room because it's a smaller venue with less vendors, so we can spread out a little bit.
Yeah, it was fun.
So we'll get into that when we get to trophy. Trophy section's gonna be fat this time.
Yeah.
Trophy section's gonna be fat.
Really good.
So you can find me on Ravelry as Sally Wren.
And I'm on Ravelry as Allyn Loves Yarn.
We are both on Instagram under Wool Slayers Podcast. Facebook, Sal and Elle the Wool Slayers. Ravelry, Sal and Elle the Wool Slayers. Our group is super not active. We don't really put, I don't even put the episodes there anymore. It's there if you need, if that's your preferred way to ask us something, go for it.
Yes. We answer DMs.
Yeah. So yeah, we start this shindig off with fails. Do you have one?
No.
I got a big one.
Oh, no.
But it wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
I had a failure of equipment.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I can't even think of what it could be.
Yeah. My brand new expensive signature needle broke.
No.
Yes.
It's metal.
Well, the needle didn't break. Look. So there's the tip. That is where the cable is supposed to attach. That snapped right off.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I have knit one sock with this, and I'm on the second sock, and it broke. I will say, I went to, I instantly went to signatureneedles.com or whatever their, Signature Needles website. And I went to contact us, and I filled out the form with my name and my phone number and my email and like a brief, my needle just broke. What the hell? And I mean, within like 10 minutes, I had an email back. Oh my gosh, we're so sorry. Send us all the details. Like they wanted to know, if both needles were engraved, and they wanted to know tip length and cable length, and give us your mailing address, and we will send you a new one. I don't even have to send this one back. So their customer.
What are they going to do with that?
Well, you don't. I mean, they wanted a picture, but
right.
You don't have to send it to them as proof. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I have an awesome cable needle now.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It will be a great cable needle.
Yeah, and maybe you can break the other one off and have two.
Yeah, can you believe that?
No.
I was knitting. I was subbing, and the kids were doing this like completely silent. Like they had to just work at their, and so I'm like, I'm gonna knit. Pull it out. I wasn't even I knit I don't know if it broke in my bag or if it broke right then, but I looked down because something felt weird, and my sock was like flopping off and of course, your first thought is, what is going on? Like I didn't, it took me a second of looking at this going, what?
How'd that happen?
Yeah. It broke clean off.
Oh my goodness.
Signature. What? Thank you for your awesome. So I managed to put my stitches on like the
Right.
I had to, and see, there's some I need to fix.
Oh, yeah.
But after I got done getting so mad, I threaded the remaining needle with the cable through my stitches, so at least I don't have to re-knit. And so that's just holding those until I get my new needle.
Nice. But still.
I mean, A+ customer service, but I was horrified.
Right.
And of course, my first thought is like, what if they don't cover it or something?
Right.
But they're like, we have a lifetime warranty. And obviously this is just some sort of like defect
Fluke.
or something. Yeah, because no one else, I've never heard anyone else say that this happened. And I'm not even I'm rough on stuff, but like.
You keep it in a bag.
I keep it in a bag.
Yeah.
I didn't sit on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing happened to it.
Right.
I've knit one sock. It's not even like I've worn it out. I mean, yeah, it was a knee high, but come on. That's the equivalent of 2 socks. Let's say I've knit 2 socks. That's still not. Can you believe it? And that just happened Wednesday, and today's Friday, so I don't have my new needle yet.
Right. Oh my goodness. So did you have a backup project?
No!
Oh, that's the worst.
So I just played my stupid phone game. Or maybe I did pull up my book on my Kindle app because it syncs with my Kindle.
Right.
So it saves some spot. I might have read a little bit.
Uh-huh.
It was boring sitting there when they're actually.
And that project you can knit while you read.
Yes, or while I'm just like looking around at the kids and making sure they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Right.
So, and this was in 6th grade, so it's not even like I was babysitting. Like they were doing what they were supposed to do. So I was just sitting there like, oh my god, I'm so bored. Right. And so so I played my phone game, and then I think I did read a little bit. But yeah, if I would have had my sweater with me.
Right.
But I haven't been taking it with me because it's so big, and I'm doing. I'm having to basically have my scale with me at all times.
Yeah.
So, it's not my travel project, so I had no knitting. Luckily, it was like 2:00, and school gets out at 3.
Yeah.
But still.
I know. That's an hour.
That would have been
a
decent chunk of sock. So anyway.
And you want to give it to her for Christmas. So
yeah, that's not going to happen.
Really?
Mm-mm.
I feel like you went through the first one so fast.
Yeah.
I love that face.
I kind of blew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I have no interest in knitting on it. That's why I took it with me with no backup project, because it's like, well, I'll be forced to knit this. And then it didn't, and then it broke. I'm like, okay, so nobody wants me to knit this, including myself and my signature needle. So, yeah, that was my fail, but it wasn't my fault.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so I tried to knit on my sock.
Yep.
Whatever. Okay, and you didn't have a fail?
No.
Do you have a sleigh? Have you finished it?
I do have a
good, because I don't.
Okay. So.
Well, I do have a sleigh, that's right. I just don't physically have it with me.
Oh, that's right.
So, yeah, I do have one to talk about.
So, a friend of mine sent me a picture of the pieces of 8 mitts.
Oh, those are... Remember, like, Liz
did them.
Yeah, that's like one of the first things I remember her ever talking about.
So, the picture was actually from a Chinese website. Like a website that everything's from China.
So like Pinterest or something. Like it had pulled to Pinterest. That's where everybody finds everything from Pinterest and sends it to me. And I'm like, this is not.
Yeah. So what that Chinese, and the Chinese website had them for like $12.
Oh, they were already made. They weren't trying to sell a pattern or something.
No, they weren't selling a pattern. It was product.
Okay.
But when you read this description, what they did was, and it was the photos from Ravelry.
Ooh.
Like, even
Sketchy.
all the different color options were from Ravelry. What they did was, when you read the description, they were polyester printed mitts. So they took the picture and printed fabric it on fabric to make the mitt.
Gross.
Right?
And who wants a fabric mitt?
I know.
What?
Yeah.
How warm is that going to be? Not at all.
I do have a pair of mitts that somebody gave me that are like jersey, and they're tie-dyed, like somebody actually hand tie-dyed them. They're interesting. And they're perfect for spring when you don't need a whole lot, but they're not warm.
Still.
Like wool.
That's false advertising.
Yes. So
sketchy.
So sketchy. Guys, if it's too cheap to be true, there's a reason. And my friend, she didn't realize that it wasn't going to be the knitted item.
Right.
But she didn't want to buy from China and just sent me the message and was like, hey, I want to give these to my sister, but I'd rather buy them from somebody who is a real person and not China.
Right.
And, I'll be happy to pay you to make them. So I looked into what, and told her, for sure don't buy those.
Right.
Because at first I'm like, man, if you can get them for $12,
right.
That's good.
Like those copycat CC hat. I'm like, just buy it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, and it's going to cost me triple the amount.
Yes.
Of just in yarn.
In yarn, yeah. So, so I told her I'd make them for her, and I'm not charging her because she's a really good friend. Yeah. She's knit-worthy. So she said her sister likes purple, so I went in my stash, and you only need, according to the pattern, you only need 35 grams of fingering weight.
Oh, really? Those are fingering weight?
They are fingering weight.
Cool.
So, remember how we just talked about
our scraps?
Yeah. How, to me, 30 grams is not a scrap. I can use that in a project. Well, so I had a lavender purple color that I had used in my peeping cowl? No. A cowl.
Names are hard.
Yeah. And then I had the Lost City Knits Poe. This is the Poe colorway. And
those are so cool.
And she picked this, the Poe colorway, because the other was a solid color, which I don't know, maybe I have
just
them on
a solid lavender.
Yes, just a solid lavender.
This looks really cool. I don't think that would have been as cool with you wouldn't have seen the swirls.
You might not have seen the swirls as much.
You would have seen them, but not. I feel like this is cool.
Right.
This is giving me starry shot. Yeah, that's a chunky watch. It's distorting your glove.
It is. So her sister's hands are bigger than my hands, so I made them. I think I had 43 grams.
Well, and garter's so stretchy.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Because before I blocked them, they were pretty tight on my hands. Yeah, but now they're loose.
Yeah.
I've got plenty of room. So they are the
look
pieces
how good
of 8.
It looks on camera. Sorry, I'm talking.
It does.
Pieces of 8.
And
That's cool.
It is a free pattern. And they feel good. They feel really good. I
almost like ergonomic. Like
they
it hugs your.
I will say this pattern is not for a novice.
Okay.
Yes, she spells out the steps, but there are points where you're like,
what?
I kind of got to figure this out on my own.
Gotcha.
So it's not a poorly written pattern. I'm not saying that.
No.
But it's not a professionally written pattern.
And it's not, it assumes you know some things.
Well, that
because patterns do kind of go and now seam it, and they don't walk you through.
Right.
Right.
It's just that, at one point, it's just a fiddly pattern. You just got it, and it's very well, it's such clever construction.
I'm gonna try it on.
So if you're up for the challenge, do it. It took no time at all.
Oh, they do feel good.
Because it's 20 grams in each one, and it goes super fast, and
cool.
So, and they are effective. And if you can do some kind of striping, it shows up. The swirl shows up even better.
I wonder if you did a self-striping, what would it do?
I don't know if
no.
I don't think a short repeat self-striping would work, but a Noro that has a longer repeat would work really well, because you do some short rows in there.
Yeah, so that might mess up a self-striping.
Right.
They're very cool. They do feel really good.
Yeah. And
that looks neat.
In the pattern, in the pictures, and even here, you were surprised they were fingering weight.
I am surprised.
Because it looks like it should be bulkier, but...
So that's the thumb right there.
Yeah.
When you hold it like that, you see the 8. That's neat.
And so on the...
Cool.
That's the other one. I did, when I grafted, because you graft them together, and I forgot to do a garter graft. So I've got one line of stockinette through it. I don't care.
No. And she won't care.
She won't even know, because she's not a knitter. So, but I finished them, I grafted it last night and blocked it last night, because I'm I want to have it ready for the podcast.
You can show it and now mail it off.
Now I can give it to her. So yes, pieces of 8.
Cool.
And I waited. I just kept going until I had half of my yarn left, and then the last one I just finished off. So this yarn is completely gone.
Ooh, yay.
No little tiny ball.
Yes.
So,
Nice.
but that's my only sleigh.
I only have one. Well, technically it's 2, but it was a set. I made, and I don't have it with me to show, so Allyn can put in pictures. So I made, Diane at East Texas Fiber Fest gave me 2 skeins of bulky in the Oslo colorway to make a sample for her. So, and she knew she wanted, Lisa Much, I almost blanked on her name. Lisa Much just released these 4 hat cowl bulky sets.
Ooh.
She was like, just pick one, whichever one you want to knit, and knit it for me and send it to me. So I picked the Greyjoy hat and cowl set, and it used, like, the hat uses a skein and the cowl uses a skein. I literally used like every inch of yarn, which was awesome. And I knit those up. It took me like 4 days to make like 2 for the hat, 2 for the cowl. And I blocked them and mailed them to her because she's it'll be over by the time this gets put out, but she's at the trunk show at the new yarn store in Waco called Trico, I think. And so she wanted them for that. I mean, if I didn't get them done, she would have been fine, but you know, that was the goal. And so I mailed those to her and she got them, and so they are at the trunk show right now. And so that was super fun. It's been a while since I knit bulky.
Yeah.
So that was nice. So yeah, the hat and cowl is my only finished object.
Okay.
So sleighs.
Sleighs are over.
Sleighs are done.
Yeah.
Whips.
Whips. Okay, I am whip cracking.
Yes.
Let me tell you.
Me too.
So the thing that I worked on the most, spent the most time on, was my scrap blanket, my crochet scrap blanket. And I meant to bring my bag.
Yeah.
So I started
We're at my house this time. Allyn forgot her.
I forgot this one project.
Yeah.
And so I forgot my scrap blanket, but I made, so what I'm doing is it's a scrap blanket that you do strips of double crochet.
And you've shown it before.
I've shown it before, and I'll bring it next time.
But it's been a while.
I promise.
Well, we'll be at your house next time.
That's right. So if I forget it, it's just upstairs. Mm-hmm. So, and then you crochet around with a solid color, and then you attach the strips, and then you crochet around the whole thing. So I just went to town on my scraps. I had like a quart-sized bag of little balls, and they were like shoved in.
Yeah, like packed.
Yeah. I no longer have that.
Wow.
I maybe have 6 little balls because it wasn't enough for another strip, and I just didn't want to. I'm ready to be on the solid color that goes around, and then attach them, and then.
So are you done with strips?
I am finished.
You're not making any more strips.
No more strips.
How many do you have?
I think I wanted to have an odd number, so I think I have 11. And I think I had 6 when we.
Wow.
I might have more. I might have 13.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, insane.
All right, I can't wait to see it next time.
Well, and some of it was because I was home, like over Thanksgiving. Yeah. Zane, my oldest, had a surgery to remove a thing on his scalp. Everything went fine. Everything's fine.
But you were at home.
But I was at home.
Yeah.
And I was not doing anything.
Right.
I was sitting watching movies with him and, getting him medicine. And so I could have my big tray with all my scraps and have them spread out. Yep. And, and so. And
busted it out, man.
I can totally see crochet is addictive. I know you don't like it.
But I haven't done it enough to get addicted to it. Well, because I'm just like, my brain doesn't get it.
Well, you know how we like stockinette?
Mm-hmm. Like it's the same kind of concept.
It is. Except I have to look at my crochet. Because you got to get it in the hole. I can't feel that.
That's what she said.
But
I mean, come on. You knew. Don't act like you're shocked.
I'm not shocked, actually. I know. How did I not see that coming?
In my present.
And get it in.
And I can't feel it. What are you doing? Have we met? Anyway, sorry.
Every episode.
Every time.
So, so there's this rhythm to it that is mesmerizing.
I get it.
And so
That's awesome.
And then because they were little balls, you saw progress right away.
True.
I use that one up.
It's gone.
Use that one up,
Cool. I can't wait to see it next time.
Yeah, so I spent a ton of time on that. Plus then, because every now and then you put a section of your
dark
solid color. And I was like, it's going to take a lot of yarn to go around all these strips and then connect them and then go around everything. But I have 3 more skeins. I think 3.5 skeins of that solid color. So I should be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so that is one.
That took up a lot of your time.
A lot of my time. So.
Cool.
Anyway, what do you have?
So I have my sock. But we already talked about that. So I will talk about a new cast on since we last recorded. I cast this on at East Texas Fiber Fest. In the hotel, like one of the nights. So I cast on my Snuggle is Real.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is waste yarn. So ignore the blue. Yeah. And so look at that waffle texture.
It looks so squishy.
It's very squishy. And the reason I cast it on, so you saw I messed up and like you don't use DK on the lining. Oh, right. Oops, reach pattern. So that's candy that I got at a Mexican restaurant in East Texas. Totally forgot about it. I haven't really knit on this like since then. Uh-huh. So I had dug in my scraps and was like, oh, I have this random mohair that I can use for the lining. Like it was going to be fine. But then I was
Wait, does it call for the...
So the lining is lace weight held double.
Oh, held double.
And I had scraps of mohair that like went, I think one of them was this exact oyster. I had leftovers of that, and then I had a pink, and I was like, I can just like stripe those or something and it'll be fine. Well, then I was helping Diane and I found a different color. So I've been wanting her Surrey silk. This is not mohair. This is Surrey silk. It's 74%. So specific. Baby Surrey alpaca and 26% silk. So it's basically mohair but alpaca. But it's softer than mohair. And because it's alpaca, so it's a longer staple, like it doesn't shed as bad. Like I can pull it off, but it doesn't just explode on you like mohair.
Yeah.
So, and I've never knit with this. So,
I haven't either.
And it's so much softer and fuzzier. So, I mean, feel it. Have you felt it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is gonna be my lining.
Oh, that's perfect for lining. Now, do you have to hold that double, or is it thick enough that?
Yeah, I'll hold it double.
Okay.
So that's my lining.
Oh,
isn't that
beautiful.
cute? So that
color goes really well with this.
Thank you. And like Mitch or I could wear it.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is my first trophy. This is just the beginning of trophies.
Right.
So I did get that at East Texas Fiber Fest. I was working in Diane's booth, so I had a lot of time to play around.
Yes.
And my 2 colors in this cowl, in case you don't remember, are Oyster and Dirty Martini. And I'm loving it. It's super fun. It's very, this is I put in a lot of work in it, but it's very easy. It's a 4-row repeat.
It's one color per row, right?
Yeah, it's not Fair Isle. I'd have it done if it was Fair Isle.
Right.
It's just it's very good dark knitting. Like, I don't know that I would do it literally in the dark, but
like you can watch a TV
I can
show.
watch TV and talk and it's super fun. And I just love this texture.
Yeah, that texture is really neat.
So, loving it. This is the Snuggle is Real by Max the Knitter. Max.
Love it. This is going to be the Max
I
show.
I know. I don't know how to say his last name, but
Sear.
It's on the screen.
Yeah.
So yeah, gosh, I'm just like
that's
counting down until I can start knitting. Because you knit a tube and then you cast this. You attach that and knit the inside part.
It feels amazing.
Right? It's like butter.
Yeah.
So
it is so smooth.
But this has not. I have barely touched this in the last 3 weeks because I knit those samples and then I've been reinvigorated on my sweater.
Do you want to show that?
Do you have something else?
Yeah, I have other things, but
You want to
show
switch
your
it?
sweater.
Okay. So,
Again,
Max the knitter. I kind of had lost a little bit of steam. I was working on it, just feverishly up until East Texas. And then it was like, I don't know, you know how you just kind of,
yeah.
Oh, I'm so tired of this.
Were you kind of in the back of your head hoping to have it finished for East Texas?
No.
Oh, okay.
There's no way. I was still in the torso.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's no way. No.
Yeah.
But it felt like it felt like the body was never going to end.
Right.
And, so I was knitting, and then I cast that cowl on, and that's all I wanted to work on. Then I cast those samples on and finished I didn't knit anything else until those were done, so that was 4 days. And then to go from bulky, instant gratification to a fingering weight, dark gray stockinette, I was just like, I don't wanna.
Right.
So I went back to the cowl for a little bit. And then I would like do a few rows and then go back to the cowl. And
where you could see some progress.
Yes. And also low key, I was super scared I was going to run out of the gray. And some people speed up when they think they're going to run out of yarn. I slowed down because I'm delaying the disappointment.
Right.
So I finally got the body done. And at that point I could determine, okay, am I going to have sleeves on this thing,
Which would be fine if it was short sleeve.
It would be fine, but it's not really the look I wanted.
Yeah.
So I got the body done. I did not crop it. I did do less inches than he said, but my torso is like 2 inches. I have like no torso. I'm so short waisted. So this hits me, like below my natural waist. Right. Like it's long on me. And with the drop shoulder, like it's all just, I think he said to go to 17, and I did like 15 or 14.
Well, and that's why we make sweaters, right? We can
right, and he's a man, like he, So,
and you did your neck.
Yes, so I finished the body. Gosh, I love that. Yeah. I did the ribbing at the bottom. I went back and put in the neckline, and it looks so good. So I am tweaking. I've tweaked almost everything except, not the design, but like I did the body shorter. I did the neck a lot less than he did.
Oh, less.
Because his came up, his neckline on his picture, like it
looks like a crew neck.
You know me, I like it to be like, I want it to be open. I want boat it up, okay? And so, see, mine is still very, and I'm scarred by that soldotna. Yeah. I did not want that again. Yeah. And so it's very stretchy and very open, and I love the neckline. I've tried this on because it's so easy to try on now that the body's done. Yeah. And oh my gosh, I was just like, oh, the neck is perfect. So yay. So I love that. And I was really getting so tired of it the neckline not being done. Like it was really bugging me.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I did that.
It's very floppy and it's hard
floppy
to see.
And it had waist yarn in it. And I will say one thing I did not do. He has you do, the CC beanie, how it has that rolled brim?
Yeah.
Like you knit like double the ribbing and then you come up and you tack it. So he wants you to do that on the neck, which I'm sure looks beautiful. And I'm sure it gives a beautiful finished edge. I did not do that. First of all, scared I'm going to run out of yarn. So this takes away.
So you can't have any yarn hiding underneath.
I'm not doing double, okay? And also, I was afraid that would tighten it up, and I want it to be loose. Because I get so hot. Yeah. And I do not like, even this one is a bit close for me. Like, I really kind of want it to, I get so hot. And so I was like, I'm not doing that because that's going to tighten it up. So I didn't do the rolled, not a brim on a. I didn't do the rolled collar. Yeah. And he wants you to do that on the cuff of your sweater, the cuff of the sleeves as well, and I'm not going to do it. Because now it's going to match everything. If I just did it there, it wouldn't match. Right. So, okay, so I did that, did the body, did the collar. I've done one sleeve, and I'm about to bind off. Like, I'm so close. So what I did is when I got done with the body, I weighed my yarn. So I had 2 balls of yarn because I'd been alternating skeins. And one of them, because I had done like the hem and the neckline, I had way more in one ball. So total, I had 66 grams left. So that I have 33 grams for each sleeve. So I'm knitting until I have 12 grams left of this ball. And when you add it to my other ball, This 12 will be the 33 for my other sleeve. So I'm at like 14.
And it's the
grams.
lowest.
So
2 grams.
I've got a few more rows of ribbing, and then I'm going to bind this sleeve off and then do the other sleeve. So I will be wearing this sweater next episode.
Yeah.
Promise.
I'll hold you to it.
Because I just started this sleeve. Today's Friday. I started this sleeve, I think, Sunday.
Oh. That's good.
So, I mean, and that's a lot. It doesn't look like a lot, but it's a lot. Because I started... Oh, I will... Another thing, this sleeve is basically all my own. Because I did decrease like he said to do, but I started decreasing rapidly right up here. Because I was like, I'm not going to get down to the stitches that he wants me to get down to.
Right.
So I started decreasing faster. That's what these all are.
And this will be a 3/4 sleeve.
No, it's like bracelet length.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's deceptive because it starts here.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's kind of like this sweater that I'm wearing. There's a seam right here, and then it'll come down, and it'll be bracelet length, which I like. I know some people don't like it, but I constantly push my sleeves up anyway. So I think this will be good because I think I'll push the sleeves up and wear it like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really happy with it. And so now that I'm like more confident in the fact that I'm going to have enough yarn, I'm like knit. Like I started going crazy on it again.
Yeah.
So I've knit like a mad person since Sunday. And I worked 3.5 of those 4 days. So that's pretty good for just nighttime knitting.
Because sleeves take...
Because like I said, I'm not taking this like to work with me because I have to carry my scale with me, and it's in a big bag, and it's a big so I haven't been taking it with me. So this is just like TV at night knitting. And I've had a cold, so I've been going to bed at like 8:45. So yeah, I'm almost done.
Yay! It's just beautiful.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see it blocked on
I'm
you.
really, really happy with it. I was so when I tried it on after I did the neckline, I was like, finally, like this fits how I wanted it to fit.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay. I have been working on my everything shawl. I'm still in the brioche, so you can't tell anything different. But I have been working on it, but I was really not obsessed, but when I wasn't crocheting, I was out at soccer games because there was a soccer tournament after Thanksgiving. And so my Talladega, I have gotten to the point, I have all the stripes finished, and I have gotten to the point where it does look so good on camera.
So good.
I love the stripes.
Yeah.
So now I need to start the lace.
Oh, the big section of lace. The 90 rows of lace. Yes.
Which will be a home project.
Yeah.
And I've been obsessed with the crochet. So that's been my home project. And it was such an accomplishment to get through the stripes. I'm like, okay, I'm there.
I kind of did the same thing with mine. It was like, and you can wait a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
I will start you when I need a break.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I will say, and I don't think Sally would be able to see, I did run out of my whites.
Oh no!
I did. But I had Heritage sock in white. And so the white is a 4-row stripe. And I ran out, like I was able to finish the 3rd row. And so I started the 4th row with the Heritage sock. And like I can see the difference because I know where it is. But I'm curious if Sally can see.
I won't be able to see it because I'm like, yeah, it looks good.
There is a very slight size difference and a very slight color difference. But seriously, nobody else would be able to see it. So, like I can spot it like that, but I also know where it is.
Right here?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, only because you tested me, and so I was like, I'm gonna get this.
And because you're looking at it like this.
I've got it flattened out, stretched out.
Right. But wearing it, nobody would be able to
and
tell.
Honestly, like, I was guessing.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't super confident. I was like, oh, maybe, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, no, that looks great.
So one thing I haven't been super happy about, and I think, and this is not the pattern, this is me, I forgot, and maybe y'all can see it, I forgot when I was doing the 4-row stripe and carrying the blue up, I forgot to trap it in my like you do 2 rows of white and then you twist it, and it looks like this when you twist it. It doesn't have such a long float, because I was like, that's so long.
But so it's only on the last part of it?
It's the beginning part of it.
The beginning part of it.
My mom suggested that I take the white. I don't think I'm going to do this, though.
You could.
But
I know what you're going to... Yeah, I wouldn't.
But that's a lot of ends to weave in, and no. So I think I'm just going to leave it.
She's right. It would not bother me enough to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, sorry, I'm balling it up again. But I can't wait to get that lace really in there, because that color...
Yeah.
I'm so happy with this project.
You should be. It's beautiful.
So I use, obviously the white is more than 50 grams of the yarn that I was
using.
So
close, though.
So close. And I forgot to weigh the heritage sock to know how much more I needed, but I think it was like less than 10 grams.
I would think so.
I think I have plenty of the blue left, because I don't use that until the end.
I had a lot of the red left over in mine.
And it's the end of it. So if I run out, I run out, and I just bind off.
Oh, right, yeah. No, mine was gray on that. So your gray, blue was my gray.
Yes.
And yeah, I did. I had like a quarter of it. And yeah, you just don't do as big of a swath of it.
Yeah, it's just stuck in it.
Yeah.
And I have plenty of the salted caramel.
Yeah, you do.
So.
Awesome.
But I'm kind of obsessed with the crochet blanket.
Yeah,
so.
I get it. I wish my scrap blanket would jump up and bite me and get me.
Right.
So I have not knit a single square in a while. Right. So good for you.
So that's all I have for active whips.
Me too. Yeah, that's all I have that I'm actually working on.
Right. I've got a couple of lingering ones.
I have one I'm gonna frog, I think.
Oh.
That Zaria shawl.
Oh yeah.
With my salted caramel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not loving it.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the way it looks, but I don't think I'm gonna like the finish.
Oh.
It's too small.
Oh yeah. And how far did you get?
I don't know. Halfway.
Oh god.
But it's at the point where now, it was so long ago that I knit it that I don't care about my time that I spent.
Right.
I'm like, whatever, just rip it out and make something else.
Right. Yeah.
So trophies. It's gonna be a long one. Y'all buckle up. Get yourself a drink.
Yeah.
I hope you're knitting, because we're gonna talk.
And I went into East Texas Fiber Festival. Like, my mom and I both are like, we don't need yarn.
Yeah.
There's
me either.
We don't need anything. And we're just going to enjoy being with people. And maybe we'll actually sit down and knit in the common area.
I literally only shopped 5 minutes, and I have $200 worth of stuff sitting over here. I literally, Diana was like, go look around. This was the second day I hadn't shopped, and I was like, except in her booth that I was working in. And, I had grabbed that mohair and a couple other things. And she was like, go look around. It's, it's like there's a lull. Go look around. So I went, and I came back literally not even 10 minutes later. And I was like, I think I blacked out. I don't know what happened. I'm holding this basket of stuff.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, yeah.
So we'll go with what's holding my trophies first. I got a basket.
And this is the exact basket that I was like, no, I don't need it.
Oh, I didn't need it.
She went and bought it.
I didn't need it either.
Completely separately.
Oh, yeah.
I hadn't told her about them or anything.
Well, I had seen this booth when we were setting up, and I was like, oh, I'm going to hit that booth hard. So this
is such a cool design.
It's cool, and it's handmade. Mm-hmm. It helps women from Ghana.
Madagascar.
I thought she said Ghana. Anyway, it's Akua's Boutique. AKUAS Boutique.com. She's on Instagram. She posted my picture. She took a picture of me and posted it. Which she does that with a lot of people. It's not like I'm special. And I just thought this shape was so cool.
It is so cool.
And you can have it like this. Or no. You can change it and only do one so that it's that shape. Or you can have it completely undone and it's a big circle. There's a little sneak preview of my trophies.
Man, I'm regretting
I should have bought one. I love baskets. And these are so,
they're very well made.
And, not that crazy expensive.
No, they're not. They're really good value.
I think so. And
the pom-pom,
she's lovely. Yeah.
She has, if you want to change the color of the pom-pom, she'll do that.
And she had some Diane got one that was more like this shape, but it stays in this shape, and it was smaller. I think our friend Amber also got one, and I kind of want one of those too. And they have the fabric lining. I want one of those.
So it's more like a...
It's like a take your knitting with you kind of thing. I want one of those too now. And she has all different kinds of color. Every one of them is unique. Like they might have a sister or a cousin. Like they look similar, but none of them are the same. She had polka dots, hearts, like it's crazy. Yeah. So I was just really taken by her and her booth and her husband. They were adorable. Yeah. So that was my first, and then I filled it up. Well, I didn't fill it, but I filled it. Do you want to show something?
Okay, I'll show my bag.
Yeah, there we go. Keep a theme here.
By the Bay Bag Company.
We love her. Company. We love her.
She was there.
She'll be at camp again.
This, I've already had it monogrammed. This is one of hers from 4th of July. So it was in her sale bin.
Nice. Cute.
And I had it monogrammed. It's the...
Medium?
Small. Yes, medium size. Medium size. And then she has some colors that are discontinuing because she can't get them anymore. Like her supplier discontinued it.
Because I thought, wasn't that the
brand new
color at camp?
Yeah.
And it's already being discontinued.
It's already discontinued. So I got an extra large.
Yeah.
Or she calls it giant.
That's like my pink one, right?
Yeah.
I love that's what my sweater has been living in, and it's great.
Well, this is what I'm going to transfer my everything shawl to.
Oh, that'll be good.
Because, yes, it fits in here, but every time I pull it out, I've got to, like, untangle it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to transfer it to this one as soon as we finish podcasting. And I had it monogrammed. Of course. And this is actually my signature. Like, if I have to initial something, and she digitized it, and
cool.
I know
she's great. Like, I need to get with her.
She is great.
Awesome.
So those are my bags.
Awesome. And she will be at camp.
Yes,
she'll be selling at camp again this year.
And she's gonna have some new colors to replace.
And she has a new tote that has pockets on the outside.
It looks so. It's.
Did you see that mermaid color? Oh my goodness.
Yes. She has this beautiful teal.
I almost bought it, but then I was like, I'm going to wait for camp.
Yeah. So, essentially, the new tote that she has is this giant size, but then it has...
smaller.
Was it? Maybe it's not
a
as
little
tall.
Bit smaller.
Yeah, I think it's not as tall, but it opens as much.
Yes, but then on the outside.
There's 3 pockets on the outside, plus her pockets that are on the inside.
And then like a tote.
It's tote handles, which is the only reason I didn't buy it. Because I have found that anything with a tote... I get my yarn all tangled up with it.
I like them because I like to put it over my elbow.
And see, that's what I use this for.
Well, I do too. But I would use the other one as well.
Right.
I'm not saying I don't want this one because I have that one and I love it. I'm just saying I need the other one too.
Well, because the other one really, like if it had this kind of handle, would be perfect for me for soccer because
but
I don't have a purse.
But you wouldn't want to hold it by that handle because if you have anything in those outside pockets.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So there's a reason for it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
If you had those pockets filled, it would tip out.
Yeah, that's true.
Just saying.
Because it's the perfect place to put.
You'd have to put it over your.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to hold it like that.
Yeah. She made sure that the outside pockets can hold an iPhone 10. Like she has a big phone, and so she made sure that it would fit in there. So.
I love it.
I know. It's really cute.
I love her.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it does have a drawstring too, doesn't it?
I think.
Oh, I could be lying.
Let's not lie, because I'm not sure.
Okay. What booth should we talk about next?
So I'll go with a non-yarn.
Okay.
The only other thing I have, I think. Hold on. The only other thing I have that's not yarn is 2 things that were given to me. Hold on. What is that? Okay. Oh, and that one's for you.
Oh.
Okay. So I bought this. Do you remember Darius made?
Yeah. He's local to Dallas.
He's a newish male independent yarn dyer, which they're kind of rare. Well, he was there. Love him. He had his 2 kids there with him and his wife on Saturday. I don't think both of his kids were there with him on Friday. But the whole family was there on Saturday, and they're the cutest.
Yeah.
And his wife makes art, which I now follow her on Instagram. And let me pull her up because I'm going to get it wrong. But I bought some of her art. I did not manage to get any of his yarn. I wanted some, but it was
he didn't have a huge stock.
It was a small selection, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to wait until maybe Fiberfest or something.
Because this is a side gig for him.
Yeah.
He has like a full-time job.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think him dyeing yarn and her doing art is going to support those adorable children at this point.
Right.
Even they're both really great, though. So she is A. Jackson Illustrations. Her name's Ashley Jackson. A. Jackson Illustrations on Instagram. And this is Diaris Maid's wife. And I got this.
It is adorable.
And it's yarn in pill form. Yarn, take as needed. And I got a prescription for it. So it's legit. And this
Doctor's orders.
Yeah, so she had a bunch of really cool prints. And it's got a little signature. And I'm going to put this up somewhere back there in my stash.
Can I
Won't that look cute?
Oh, it's nice
It's
paper.
super good quality. Oh, she has this one that I want.
That's cute.
The one, I really went back and forth. I don't know if she has a picture of it. She has one, and it's like people sitting around knitting, and it's a diverse group. There's like a black lady and a white lady, and I don't remember the actual. It's not on her Instagram that I'm finding right away. But it's a knitting group, and they're, and I think there's someone crocheting too. And it says, you can sit with us. And I just was like,
I just got chills.
I know, I want both of them, but I was trying to like.
Oh, that's so great.
I know. So
it's like the lunch table. It's because
the whole Mean Girls, like, you can't sit with us.
Right.
And so it's like, you can sit with us.
Oh,
I loved it. Yeah. So
that is so precious.
I know. And so the things that were given to me.
And I get one too.
From Jane GM. Thank you, Jane. She gave us these super cool pins.
That is precious. And it's Texas.
It's Texas.
And a heart
and
yarn.
it's a yarn heart. And then
thank you.
Amanda Hope. Oh yeah, what happened?
There we go.
Hello. Wendy from Amanda Hope Yarn. She was like our kind of catty corner neighbor. She came up. She is a ball of light and energy. I love her.
I met her at DFW Fiber Fest, not this year, but the year before. Yeah.
She's so great. Yeah.
She was in Yarnia's booth back then. She didn't have her own booth.
Oh, well, good for her. Mm-hmm. Her booth is gorgeous.
Her yarn is gorgeous.
I stared at it all weekend. And she gave me a stitch marker set.
Cool.
One's like a progress keeper with a lobster claw, and one's a ring, and it was like from her Halloween. See, it's like a cat and a skull, like a sugar skull. So isn't that cute?
Oh, that is
And
precious.
she also gave me a like row counter, but I don't know where it is. Thank you, Wendy, from Amanda Hope Yarns. And the rest of my stuff is yarn. So do you want to show something, and then
It's all yarn.
All right. Why don't you go?
Okay. Well, I'll start in Suburban Stitcher's booth.
Good call.
Yes. So
I will too.
I have been coveting, just not knowing the right thing to make, Happy Accident.
Such a good color.
So I love her DK, and I'm kind of obsessed with DK right now. I love this color. I love the blue, the little bits of blue and mustard, and
it's a good
just
color.
love
And the
this
gray
colorway.
background is
yes.
Yeah, it's just good.
So I knew I wanted to do something with Happy Accident. And then so I went looking for 3-color DK weight shawls. Because of the next yarn I'm going to show you. I had already decided on the next yarn for a 3-color DK weight shawl. But I went looking for 3-color DK weight shawls on Ravelry Friday night. Because, you go see everything Friday, and then Friday night we go back and I'm like, oh, what can we make?
Right.
So I found The Rose That Grew from Concrete by Mara LaCole. a 3-color. It uses 4 skeins. Well, 3.5. And it has a white section, which this is not white. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Here it is.
And I was like, and that's not Diane either. So I don't.
Okay, so this is the white, which is antique, and it is not white. It has, so you can see there's subtle color in it. And then this is
it's like aged purple, white.
Right. And then it has just this bright yellow in it. And this is pretty much the colors in the original shawl.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, fun.
I love the yellow pop. I think that in the original shawl, this is a little bit lighter. It's more of a lavender color. But this, there's so many holes.
I know. Sorry.
Okay. This has the little yellow blips in this. Is made they share ingredients. They're not exactly the same, but they share ingredients. Yeah. So,
and that was curry.
Yes, this is curry, and she didn't have this one there. So what I did was she had curry in her mohair base, and so I used that to play with the color, So I ordered this, and it was free shipping if you ordered. I don't know. There was an East Texas Fiber Festival. If you ordered something she didn't have there, and I mean it was to me within a week.
Yeah.
She
went home and dyed it, basically.
Yeah. So it'll be these 3 colors, and it is a miracle I haven't cast it on yet.
That's pretty fun.
Because I wanted to cast it on. But I'm like,
I understand.
I've got Terrell Dago.
And
I've
love
got
a DK weight shawl.
Right? Oh. I know. It might get cast on before I finish these fingering weight projects. For the same reason.
No one would blame you.
I know. Because you need some movement. So,
do you have any more Diane?
I don't. No, that's all I have.
You don't? Okay, I'll do my Diane.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so I had actually ordered. Leave out this one because I wanted it's the same color.
Yeah.
So I had actually pre-ordered this from her, and she brought it with her, and it was drying. We dried it. I mean, it was pretty dry. But we laid it out. We had a bunch of yarn that we were laying out to dry on our beds in the hotel, and this is one of them. It's mine.
Oh my God.
Because this is not a base that she pre-dyes up. So this is yak silk, okay? Lace weight, yak silk. And this is Happy Accident, which is the same color as this. But the yak silk starts darker.
It does,
The base of it, the natural, is a darker gray.
Because yak is darker. I learned that.
And so it takes, it makes it a darker version. Isn't that funny? That's the same colorway. So I have 3
oh my gosh,
skeins. And this is the most decadent thing I have ever touched in my life.
What are you going to make with it?
I'm going to make, it's ridiculous. When it was
it's light.
Yeah. I know. I mean, it's I hold it like it's a piece of blown glass.
Yeah.
But a bubble. It's a blown glass.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. When it was laying out, when it was untwisted and laying out on my bed, I kept petting it, and we both thought it's fresh. It's when you freshly straighten or blow dry your hair. I mean, it was just we both were just wow.
Oh yeah.
It is. I'm addicted to it.
What are you going to make?
I'm going to make the Aki cardigan, which I believe you hold this double, I think. It's basically the same shape as our Eltons, but it's just a solid, there's no striping or, it's just this lightweight little.
Oh, that'll be
it's just
lovely in this.
It's going to be the most luxurious thing I've ever made.
It is.
I mean, I wish that you could touch this.
Right? I wish you could feel it through the camera.
It's insane.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
I'm obsessed. So I've been just
It's like Rapunzel's hair.
And I was literally thinking it's Rapunzel. Yeah. So don't know when I'm gonna make it, but oh my god.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I can't.
The colors are so different. Because, like...
And she had warned me, she's like, you know, it's going to be... And I was like, I think I like that.
Yeah.
You know, I think I like that it'll be a little...
less
oh my
speckle.
God,
It's more blocks.
And look at the shine.
Whereas this is speckles.
Look at that silk shine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of like... Instead of like speckled and staying, it kind of speckled and like...
Bled a little.
Bled.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I can't. Like, I cannot.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, I'm obsessed with my yak silk.
Yeah.
This is from Diane, and I cashed in my remaining sample credit and had to pay her some money. But free shipping because she brought it to East Texas.
Right. Exactly. You saved on shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, it
Yeah.
makes me like well up. It's so pretty.
It is so great. I do have another Suburban Stitcher.
No, I don't. No, I do.
Oh, yeah.
We're still on Suburban Stitcher, so you're good.
Okay, so my shawl is only going to use half of this.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Hat. She has a hat, and this is Cole. This is Cole on her DK base. She has a colorwork hat that is these two colors as a sample. And she's shown it on her podcast. It is so cute, and it looks so great.
Yes.
These two colors look so great together. So I bought Cole, and I only need half of this, but, I mean...
It's basically black.
Yeah.
Like, you'll be fine. You will find a use for that.
Yes, exactly.
So that's going to be good.
Since I knew I was going to have the extra, and this is the exact color, like, these are the two exact colors in her sample, like, but I can't remember what the hat is. I'll have to...
I don't know.
You might have to find
I spent
out for
all
me.
weekend with it in the booth, and I'm like, I could not tell you.
I know.
So I have one more Diane.
Okay.
She has this new slub base. I'm obsessed. I looked at it all weekend, and I finally was like, I have to take this home with me. So it's fingering weight, but it has these nubs built in. It's so shiny, like I can't even show you. So, I mean, it looks heavier than fingering weight, but it's not. It's fingering weight, and it's just, I had to have it as just an experiment.
Right.
I think it's so cool.
What's the content?
90% superwash merino, 10% nylon.
Oh.
Technically, you could make socks out of this.
Right.
That would be weird. But they really look cool.
Because it's also like a curly.
Yeah, it's almost like it was frogged or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was wondering if the nylon is a strand that's wrapped around a single. Yeah.
I just think it's so cool.
So the slubs really are cute.
It's sold like gangbusters
Oh,
too. So I think I'm gonna make a shawl with it. There's this shawl.
Would you pair it with something else? Oh.
No, there's a.
So it's 438 yards to 100 grams. And this is Sea Smoke, by the way.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's Sea Smoke. So ChelseaYarns.com has some patterns out showing how this looks knit up. So like there it is as a hat. Will that work? That's the college bound hat. As of East Texas Fiber Fest, this was not on Ravelry, so it may be now. And I'm gonna make. Oh, where is it? What's it called? Alley Joy or something like that is the name of the shawl. And I thought it was on this page, but there's only a cowl. Sorry. I'll try to figure that out. College bound. Abby Cowl. It's not there anymore. Bummer. I'll figure out the name of the shawl that I'm going to make. It's very cute. And supposedly only takes one skein of this, so we shall see. Diane was knitting it out of her swamp color. Swamp color. So I just think that's so cool.
Yeah.
I had to have it as an experiment.
Yeah.
And she, it's sold, like we almost sold completely out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's just so different.
Uh-huh.
So that's the end of, plus that yak silk mohair. No. Surrey silk. The mohair, that was
Oh, right, the teal color.
I bought that too.
Yeah. What color was that? What's that color called?
Neptune.
Okay, I went into Leading Men Fiber.
I had dinner with them one night, Friday night, I think. Friday night.
Yeah.
And man, are they a dadgum delight.
Oh my God.
I love
we
them.
spend so much time chit-chatting with them.
I could have talked to them forever.
Yeah. And then my mom, she, she has her orange Beetle convertible, and that's what we were driving. And I needed to run back in. And when we were leaving on Saturday, I needed to run back in and pick something up. And so she pulled up out front, and Steve came out and was hanging and like talked to her about the car, and they were hanging out for like 10 minutes while I was inside chit-chatting.
They are so cool.
Yeah, they're great. Okay, so one thing that they have in their booth that I think is brilliant is they have 3-ring binders with swatches of all their colorways. Mm-hmm. And it is like a 6x6 swatch, and it has the garter border and then stockinette in the middle. So you can see what it looks like in garter, you can see what it looks like in stockinette. And so instead of looking on the walls, which is typically what I do with the skeins, mm-hmm. I flipped through the books. And it was great because you can, I have enough experience that I can kind of think of what it's going to look like. Right. But it was really...
to see exactly.
Yes. Yeah. Because this looks so different knit up. So this is street art in their DK weight, dramaturg. And so I fell in love with this one. It's just not going to focus, is it? And at the time, the only 3-color shawl I knew of was the Knit Night. Uh-huh. So I'm like, I want to make a Knit Night. So we pulled up Knit Night, and we came up with these 3 colors. So there they go. Now it's focusing. So this is Heirloom, which is actually much darker than Diane's Antique. Uh-huh. It has more brown to it.
Yeah, it's more taupey.
Mm-hmm. And then this is Fortune Teller, which is a really pretty navy. And then with the street art.
Cute.
But, so, when I got these and was like, 3-color DK shawl, that's when I'm like, let me go find some others.
I know.
And how I came up with...
Gosh, they're fun to knit.
And, but now that I went and looked at all those patterns, I might not make the Knit Night. Like, there were so many that I'm like, there's so many. I just, So at least I know I have enough for a 3-color DK shawl. And I'll figure out which one I make. And it might end up being the Knit Night. Yeah. And then I bought this one because it was just pretty.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's just fun.
Yeah. It's trapdoor. And...
it's all your colors.
Yeah. I mean, it's got like bright yellow. It's got some pink. It's got navy. And I might make a hat. I don't know. I might put it with something else. Who knows?
It's awesome.
It is unassigned.
It could go with the solid.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I just dropped everything.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay, what do you have?
Okay, so I did run over and get a skein. I've been wanting this for a while from Round Table Yarns, which we love her. Yeah. Her Merlin self-striping. This is brand The Blessed. It's 4 stripes, aqua, tan, turquoise, brown.
Oh, I like how she puts that on her label.
It's just so pretty. And our friend Erin, I know, has knit this, and maybe Tiffany too, or maybe she just bought one. And it's just so pretty knit up. It's just all my colors. Mm-hmm. So I did run over and get that one day, like right before we opened. I was like, I gotta go get that before I forget.
Right.
Because she was like close to me, but on the other, I couldn't see her from my booth, and I was just afraid that I wouldn't remember until we were like breaking down the booths, and so I went.
And they would be gone.
Yes.
I know.
What'd you get?
Okay, so then Lone Star Arts. These are just like this. So this is vintage photograph.
Oh, cool.
And it's in her Monarch silver base, which is 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% silver stellina. And I don't know, I liked it. It's yet another variegated skein of yarn that I just liked. It reminded me a lot of Hue Loco, like the skeins that I bought from Hue Loco. But I don't know what I'll do with it.
That's okay.
And then in DK, because I'm obsessed with DK now.
Soft.
It's 100% superwash merino. And it is in the Funfetti colorway. So I thought it would be a really cute hat.
It's fun.
Similar to the hat I just made from Irving, like it, to break up the color
with a slight pattern.
So it might be that I just go look in my stitch books, my stitch dictionary books, and
it really should just be Stitchionary.
Yes, that would be so much easier to say.
From now on, it is
Stitchionary. And just find
a texture you like.
Yeah,
cool.
and make a hat. So
So I have one more that I got at East Texas, and then I have one that I found that was not from East Texas. So I fell in love with a new To Us dyer. Her booth is adorable. She has not the same, but like she has a similar aesthetic to Diane, which I obviously love. Like their taste is similar. And so Diane and I both just were like, oh my gosh, this booth. So it's Wanderluck Fibers, and she's from East Dallas, and she's adorable like herself. Her yarn is beautiful. Her booth is amazing.
And her husband was there and was so supportive.
They're just the best. This was her second show ever. I just kind of fell in love with her. And so I got a sweater's quantity of her DK, and it is wound so tight. Like it looks like, but it's just a dense, tightly wound skein. This one is, I can't remember how she said to say it. Leaf.
Oh.
I can't remember how you're supposed to say it, but it's
Liefde?
Lift. And she told me, whatever. Liefde. This is the Lift colorway. I can't remember. She told me what it means, and it was beautiful, but it's gone. I'm sorry. I'm the worst. It was a long time. That was like 3 weeks ago. But look at it. Oh my gosh. It's gray with like these pinks and reds, and there's a little bit of orange, which is not usually me, but I like it with that raspberry right there.
Yeah.
Oh. So I got 4 skeins of this, and I'm thinking I'm going to make a party top, but I'm open to change my mind.
Right. But you have enough no matter.
And I want it to be pretty plain to show off like the crazy, because this is kind of a wild sweater. I usually do more solid, but I just was like, I don't care. Like I said, I blacked out and was just like, and then I walked back to Diane, and she's like, you weren't gone very long, and I was like, yeah, but I have no money, so I don't know what happened.
I spent it all.
Yeah. And did you get something you got something from her too, right?
I did.
Okay, show us yours.
Okay, so first thing when we got there on Friday, went to see Sally and Diane, and Sally's like, you have to go over to Wonderluck.
I mean, it was like the first thing I said to you. Yeah, hi, I'm glad you're here. You need to go right over there and look at Wanderluck Fibers.
So we made it over there pretty quickly, and I know you're gonna be shocked. Orange.
It's showing up brighter.
It is.
It's rusty. Oh, that's more close.
That's closer. Yeah.
It kind of just changed.
So I have had a cowl in my queue, and this color is Amok, and it's her worsted weight.
Amok. That's what it makes me think of from Hocus Pocus.
Oh,
you remember
yes.
that? Amok.
So this cowl, Dancing Fireflies, on the screen right now.
Ooh, that's soft.
The cowl I have wanted for at least a year now. I've had it in my queue, and I normally only put things in my queue if I have the yarn for it, but I knew I was making this cowl. And
I'm the same way. If I usually only do it if it has yarn, but if I am like, it's happening, I don't know when. I will put it in my queue to help me remember to
Yes.
look for yarn for it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's so funny.
So I wanted it in that, because the sample's in orange. I wanted
You knew
it
what
in,
you wanted.
Yes.
You're just waiting for the right orange.
Yes, and I could have gotten, I mean, it uses Malabrigo Rios, I think. I could have gotten it,
Yeah.
you know, but again, I rarely buy yarn online because even in Malabrigo Rios, like, the colors from batch to batch can be different.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew I wanted this really rich, kind of dark orange.
Yes.
And so when I saw it, I'm like,
You knew immediately?
I knew immediately.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, I was like, that's what I'm making my cowl out of.
I'm so happy.
So I pulled up the cowl, found out how much I needed. I need like 1.5 skeins.
Nice.
So, and I want to cast on all the things.
I know.
But I can't. The cowl has lace. Well, it has yarn overs and cables, and
it's gonna be something. You need to get like your everything shawl or something done.
Yeah, I either need everything or Terrell Dago
done.
Yeah. At least Terrell Dago through the lace. Like,
right.
I gotta get those off the needles.
I don't like having a bunch of complicated patterns on the needles.
Right. So, but that's why, like, I was thinking about the Knit Night or the rose from that grew from concrete, because they might start off plain, because I'm kind of out of
Knit Night for sure does.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Like you said, it was pretty.
It's very easy. Yeah.
So because I need some of that easy take it with me on the go.
That would be a good one.
So that might.
The other one, the rose that grew from concrete. I just don't know.
I know. I don't know how it starts.
I don't know.
So,
but Knit Night for sure does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it grows really fast, which is nice.
So that's it.
And speaking of Wonderlug,
yeah,
we're really trying to get her to come to Wool Slayers
and be a vendor.
Yes. So we're gonna be emailing her.
Yes.
She seemed interested.
We talked to her about it.
Yeah. So
yeah,
that would be so exciting.
So exciting.
Okay, I do have one more trophy, but it was something that I had pre-ordered. I think before we recorded last time, and then it came in like over the course of the weeks. So, White Birch, my good old friends at White Birch, I love them.
They do self-striping.
I
really
love.
Well.
I'll show you the sticker first. White Birch Fiber Arts, and it says, "Friends don't let friends craft with insipid yarn."
I like that.
And this color is just, I mean, talk about my colors. Yeah. It's peaches and mints, because it's called Study in Peach Mint. That's all I'm going to say.
How did you see it? Or had you known
I saw it on
colorway?
Instagram.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Okay, I do have one more thing from East Texas Fiber Festival.
Oh, okay.
Sally does not know about it.
I don't.
She does not know. Okay, so Stitch Naughty was there, and she has some great yarn.
What does it say? Put a little naughty in your stash.
Yeah, see?
I like her.
Put a little naughty in your stash. Well, she used to work at McKinney Knittery.
Okay. And
now she dyes yarn. And she gave us 2 skeins.
She gave us yarn?
For raffle.
No way!
Yes way!
Oh my goodness. Oh, how pretty.
I know.
Well, thank you. What's her name? Oh, I know. I shouldn't have even said it. Cindy.
Cindy. I was going to say Sally, but you're Sally. I knew.
Me. Wait, what?
And we had the best time talking.
Cindy.
So
my
nice.
Goodness. What's celebration? That's fun.
And then this one is moss.
Oh, yes, it is.
I know. And,
oh my goodness, that's so
and that
sweet.
even has some green in it, so they go really well together.
Yeah. So this will be on the raffle table at camp. Ooh, that's a good prize.
It is a great prize.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Cindy.
Stitch Naughty.
Yep. And she gave each of us a skein.
No way!
I know!
Totally unnecessary. I'm gonna keep these because I have
yes,
okay.
because you have the raffle. Okay, you ready? So
Oh my gosh! You've been holding on to this for
Yes.
weeks.
Yes.
What a turd.
I love it. Okay. Close your eyes and hold your hand out.
Can I open?
Yep. So, I picked that color for you.
Oh my gosh. You did good.
Thank you. Because I'm like, I don't know.
Oh.
I know. And feel them. This is on
MCN.
her. Yep, MCN. It feels so good. So I got.
This is Temptress.
And mine
base.
is lavender petals.
So the base is Temptress, which is super rush merino, cashmere, nylon. And yours is called what?
Mine is called lavender petals.
Oh my goodness.
And she had a sample in her booth that used this color, and I think it used a green with it. And it was an Andrea Mowry pattern, and it had brioche, and it just was really great together. So, when I get to this, I'm gonna order the other color and make that shawl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine's called Serendipity, and it's perfect.
I'm good.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much to her and to you for
Thank
picking.
you, Cindy.
How fun. You're such a brat. I love it.
I have been holding, it's been hard.
Yeah.
I know. I wanted to tell you like the next day, and then I'm like, well, I really wanted to run over and tell you about the raffle sample, and then, or the raffle donation, but then I'm like, but I can't tell her about that, and then not tell her about this, so.
You could have, because I wouldn't have been like, she didn't give us one to keep.
I know,
I would
right?
never. How fun. Oh my
know.
gosh, that is gorgeous.
And she is speckles are not the easiest thing to do, and this is really well done.
Oh my god.
I know, and that seems to glow.
Yes.
Like the purple and the pink.
This
and
is the most saturated
Uh-huh.
fuchsia I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's what it on camera. It's brighter on camera, but it has that glow to
It's
it.
gorgeous.
No.
You did really good. Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Cindy.
Oh my god.
I know.
That was so exciting. I have another skein of yarn.
Yes. Thank you.
Well, that was fun. Anybody else dizzy after all those trophies?
I know, right? Who's put them in their stash yet?
Not me, because I've just had it in that basket, and I
Right.
have not let myself touch them because I'm like, I want to cast it all on. And I'm like, no, you cannot. You have to finish your sweater.
Right. And your sock.
And that stupid sock. Stupid needle that stupidly broke. I'm so mad. Okay.
Anything else?
Will you be freebie?
Oh, yeah.
That's it for trophies. That's it for East Texas.
So I do have Be Freebies.
Yeah.
3-color DK weight shawls.
Oh, yeah.
Is my thing.
Okay, I'm into it.
Because
I'm here for it.
I just there were so many. Because really, when you think about it, like, it makes a good size shawl.
Yeah.
3 skeins of DK make a really nice shawl.
Yeah.
And so why not mix up the colors? Okay. Our dear friend Hobie.
I do love that one. I saw that one.
The Odyssey shawl.
Yes.
When is their interpretations coming out? Doesn't it come out?
Well, the
March?
one year we got it in March.
Okay.
So that's probably.
I just haven't seen any pre-orders or anything, so I'm like, I don't want to miss it.
I know.
So Odyssey shawl, which I like it in that solid, you know, in 3 solids. So we'll see. Pirates Cove uses 3.
So cute.
Yeah, and it has I like the way they do the striping with the mesh. Concept Summer Shawl. Now this is a DK weight, but I think they did it in like a linen.
Oh.
So it would drape differently in a wool.
Right.
The fabric would be different. But this one, look at this one. Right turn shawl. Now, I'm going to show you the other pictures of it because it I thought it had something different. I guess not. I guess it is a triangle. But those slip stitches are nice.
Yeah.
Cute. And then finally, Stars and Stripes Forever, which is it a feather and fan?
Kind of.
But it's so
technically
lacy
I
looking.
think so. Well, yeah, but feather and fan is
Right. But You know, it seems like it's
like it never ends. Like instead of just the blips of it. Yeah, maybe.
So, and there isn't like a laid out flat project to show it.
Oh, picture, yeah.
Yeah. So
that's
anyway.
Cute though.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it.
Awesome.
There's a lot,
yeah.
but these are the free ones.
The free ones that
that appealed to me.
Yes. So. Okay, so I think that's it. Camp registration is going to happen Valentine's Day for our previous campers, and then a week later, for everyone else. So if you're interested, save the dates because we're going to have registration in February. Camp is in May in Wimberley, Texas. It's gonna be awesome.
Yep.
We're working behind the scenes on that. I can't wait. Like now that we're kind of like once we get through Christmas, it's like we get to look forward to Fiberfest and camp. Oh well. Yeah. We are going somewhere in January.
You are.
You're not going?
We're not going.
Ah!
I know we decided not to.
Oh well, I'm going. Never mind. I'm going to Vogue Knit Live in New York in mid-January, January
17th, 18th, 19th, around there.
I know I come back on Sunday night and my kids don't have school.
Right.
The next Monday for President's Day. So that's the 20th.
Yeah.
So the days before that I'll be in New York. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to do reentry with my kids at home. I mean, on the plus side, I don't have to set an alarm in the morning, but I'm getting home like late that Sunday night. Oh, really? Not late, but like I'm gonna be exhausted. New York is exhausting.
Yes.
So yeah, I thought we were both going, but
well, we hadn't decided. We had only
I thought you had decided.
We had only talked about it that night before.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That is so funny.
Yes, because
it's my Christmas present from Mitch.
Oh, nice.
He cashed in his airline miles, so my plane ticket cost like $50, and because he used miles for the rest of it, and then the hotel basically is my Christmas present.
Right.
So.
And you're just working to get your yarn money.
Yes. Yes. So.
Yeah, no, we decided not to because we're for sure going to Maryland Sheep and Wool.
And that's in
May. It's
the
first weekend in May.
I would like to go to that.
Yeah. And we bought a ton of yarn when we were there last time. Yeah. And the push to get there this year was that my brother lives there right now. Yeah. Oh, and we were thinking we could stay at his apartment. But he's going to be in town, so we're not going to stay. So we didn't have a place to stay.
In New York.
Right, in New York. So we're like, well, let's not push and do it this year. Do it on a year we're not going to Maryland. It's always
there, right? Yeah.
And it's always that weekend.
It's always in January.
It's always President's Day weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, so we decided not to.
I'm going, but I'm kind of like not even really going for Vogue Knit Live. Like... I'm kind of going just because I want to go to New York without my kids. So I used Vogue Knit Live as the excuse. And yes, I'm going to go, but like I'm not taking any classes.
Right.
I bought just the marketplace pass. And like I'm not doing any of their nighttime activities because I want to go to my place.
You can't. I looked because we were trying to figure that out.
But I'm not even going to go to like dinners or any of that.
You can't do that unless you buy their package. Like the whole, like with 15 classes and all those.
I'm not doing any of that. I'm not doing the Broadway show they're all going to. Because I want to do my own thing. Because I have stuff I like to do in New York. I have my places I like to eat and like the shops I want to go to. And I have family there, so it's fine.
Right. Yep.
So I'm pretty excited. I never get to go on trips by myself. I always have kids or husband with me. So I'm excited. And I just love New York. I love New York City. Love it.
Yeah.
It's so funny that I'm like this country bumpkin. I grew up in the middle of nowhere. It's 20 miles to the nearest gas station. And God, I love New York City. I just love it.
Well, but I've heard you say, I have no desire to live in the country.
Never.
I want as much city as possible.
I mean, I was born in the wrong place because it was never me. Yeah.
And you don't get more city than New York.
No, and you don't get more country than where I grew up. And so I don't know what it is, and I don't know that I could live in New York. I mean, maybe. Not with kids.
I wouldn't want to.
But I know people do.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, Crooked Knits, if you're watching this, message me.
Huh?
Maybe we can meet up. She has kids. She lives in Brooklyn. She has a kid, and she's pregnant with her second. Congratulations. She does it, and they seem to have a great time. Mm-hmm. We just don't know any different. Right. I just don't know that I could do it.
I don't want to have to get kids bundled up to go outside. Mm-hmm. I'm doing good to get a hoodie on.
I know. Yeah, it's really not even the city. It's like the weather. I can't handle it. Right. Anyway, I'm super pumped to go to New York. I hope I don't get sick. That's my style. Oh, yeah. I'm usually sick right before
a trip.
Oh, especially like a big one by myself. So, but I'm super pumped for it.
Yeah, that's exciting.
It's a good Christmas present
to hear, because you want to go to like all the yarn stores. And...
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do like yarn stores. I'm gonna go to Mood probably because I don't have my kids with me, so I don't have to do the dumb stuff. I can do the stuff I want to do.
Right.
And I'm not gonna have my husband with me, so I don't have to go to every pub.
Oh my God, that would be Mark. He'd be like,
Mitch just wants to get a beer everywhere, and it's like they're all the same.
Right. Yeah.
Can we go do something else?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I love my husband. He's fun to travel with, but I'm excited to go somewhere by myself.
Right.
So that's, I have VogueKnit Live, then we have Fiberfest in April, then we have camp in May. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
I know. And then it's summer.
Forever.
School's out for summer. I know.
I can't even think about it.
Yeah.
I can't think about it.
I know.
Yeah, and we are talking like we might be going to Florida in May.
Oh, wow. What?
To go see Mickey.
Ooh. We have avoided that.
And, we've been to Disney twice with our kids. Once, Nolan was in my tummy the first time we took Amelia, and then we went with both kids. Mitch is obsessed with Disney.
I know lots of adults that are obsessed with
Mitch
Disney.
would go without the kids.
Yeah.
Mitch would prefer to go without the kids.
And then you can go on the big rides.
Yeah. But we really want to take Amelia to Universal to go to Hogwarts.
Oh, yeah. That's what I want to do is Universal.
Yeah. So if we do go, it'll be more about Universal with like a day in Disney.
Right.
So, because we want to see the new Star Wars stuff.
Right. Oh, yeah.
But we're talking about that. I mean, it's like, I cannot believe how fast time is flying.
Yeah.
Like, we're already talking about May.
You know, just something to consider. Mm-hmm. I have friends that swear the best time to go to Disney is the long weekend we have for Fair Day in October. Because it's usually a half day on Friday because it's the end of the first 9 weeks.
Yeah, we don't have half days.
Oh, okay. So for us, it's half day on Friday, and then you have Monday off. So they're like, we literally go from school on Thursday to the airport. We've got all day Friday. They only miss a half day of school. Mm-hmm. We've got all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and we come back late Monday.
I think my kids, it would be even better. Like, my kids get Friday and Monday off. Right. We don't do half days.
Yeah.
I think we have like one, and it's that one right before Christmas break.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So, and what they like about it is nobody else has that Monday off.
Right.
And so nobody's there.
Right.
It's a 2-day weekend.
Right.
You know, so there's no crowds, and the weather's pretty good because it's October, unless there's a hurricane.
That is kind of like
it's the far end.
Because we usually go in September.
Not
and
hurricane
season. It's still
season.
hot.
Yeah.
And it rains because it's hurricane season. But we've never had actual. Anyway, this is boring. Why are we talking
Sorry.
about this? Anyway, the point is, we got a lot of stuff in the works.
2020 is going to be big.
2020 is shaping up to be quite large.
Yeah.
So, it's exciting.
We need to get to knitting.
Yeah. All the things.
I know. Well, and that's the other thing. The other reason we decided not to do Vogue Knitting Live is we had already been talking. My mom wanted to go out to Santa Fe to the spa, and so we had already been trying to find a weekend for that. So I'm like, why aren't we doing that
instead of adding,
instead of doing this thing that just popped up?
Yeah.
So we're not doing that because January's not the time to go to Santa Fe. I mean, it's cold, so if you're going to a spa, you can't use any other outdoor pools.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not hanging out
that's
outside.
True.
If we're going to be inside, we might as well be at home.
Right.
We
so do that. You're going to do it some other time.
Right. So we'll do that another time. But we are still going to try to do like a knitting weekend, just the two of us, and go somewhere that's pretty to look at, like camp. Mm-hmm. And we even talked about just going to the Wimberley Inn.
I mean, seriously.
Right. And just knit for the weekend.
That's fun.
Because that's really what we want to do.
That's fun. And that would be like a decent drive for the two of you to meet there.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So anyway. I don't think it's going to be Wimberley. I think we're looking at Round Top or...
But something similar.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. Well, it's fun.
Yeah.
The point of all of this rambling is treat yourself.
Exactly.
And, like, make it happen, you know? So.
I know. Oh, okay. Next week I'll show this because we'll be at my house. But one of the things that I did that I asked my mom to help me with because I went to do it before Thanksgiving and it was like, I don't want to do this. You know, I didn't want to do it by myself.
Okay. So
at our house, the upstairs where, you know, you hear the kids up and down the stairs, it's just a bonus room. It's open. There's nothing up there. When we moved the Xbox downstairs, because my kids were just up there all the time by themselves, and I'm like, no, they need to be part of the family. So we moved the Xbox into the living room. Once we did that, they never went upstairs. So all these toys and everything were up there, just all this stuff. And I have all my yarn and knitting stuff crammed into the guest bedroom. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. There should be a better balance of power here. So I was like, I'm going to create a knitting space upstairs. Not the whole room.
Well, yeah.
Just a little corner of it. And
like what I have in here.
Yeah.
Like this is, yeah.
Exactly. With like a chair I can sit at and, you know, a table that I can put my tea on or put a iPad so I can watch whatever podcast I want to watch. And, but that meant I had to clear all the toys out. And I just, seriously guys, I walked upstairs and was like, it's just overwhelming. And I'm like, I don't want to do it by myself. So I knew if I asked my mom to help me, she would help me. Oh my God. 4 giant tubs of Legos later. We put them all in the attic because the boys were like, yeah, we don't really play with them anymore. We have so many Legos, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, we do too.
They're not in sets. Like, just, you know, they build the set and then it gets destroyed and it's just pieces.
Yep.
But I can attest because some of those are my brother's Legos from when he was a kid. Oh, yeah.
We're using Mitch's Legos from when he was a kid, and he's almost 40.
And they last.
Yep.
Even in an attic in Houston for 20 years, the whites are a little discolored, but they're not brittle. Yeah.
Our Legos have traveled thousands of miles because they've moved and moved and moved and moved and moved. Yeah. They're great. Yeah. They're great. So I love those old Legos.
Yeah. And their Lego sets are expensive.
Oh, yeah.
So they're all up in the attic. We purged so much. Like, I had both boys, I either said, this is broken and it's being thrown away, or, guys, you don't really play with this. Can we get rid of it? And they're like, sure. Like, I think they've gotten used to my, like, come on, we're not keeping this kind of thing. So I now have a clean upstairs. There are other video game systems up there, and there's 2 sofas, and they like to have their sleepovers up there. Mm-hmm. And then I now have a knitting nook.
Yay!
Oh, I love it so much, y'all. We might even be able to podcast from up there. I know! Ooh! I gotta figure out the seating. Mm-hmm. But I think we can podcast.
We're sitting in kitchen chairs right now. I think we can make it work. Sure. I have to move my kitchen chairs in here so we can podcast. I think we will figure it out. Right. Fun! And I bet that's probably got your creative, juices flowing.
Well, and I moved all my yarn up there. Mm-hmm. So, like, I got to play with it a little bit and organize it better. That's awesome. It's looser. Like, it's not as crammed. Yeah. So, like, the skeins they can breathe. Yeah. I know. So it really, like,
good for you.
I love it.
You deserve it.
I love it so much.
Good. I can't wait to see it next time. Okay. We should end this.
Yes, we should.
We love you.
Yes.
We are so happy to be back. It's been a minute. Yeah. We will see you again right before Christmas. Yes. And until then, don't forget to slay.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.